This is the first live stream since the installation of the new M2 SSD. An extra terabyte of storage in this machine that I'm using exclusively for PC games. This is going to be the first game that I try playing off the SSD, so this is going to be interesting to see just how well it works. I don't know if all the settings are right on this, because I've had my PC apart and changed things around. Default speakers, let's set that specifically to the TV speaker just to be sure. There was no change, so it was using the right one. I need to announce the live stream, which is this channel, !live at here. It's probably worth pointing out that I'm not feeling 100% today. So I'm going to try my best to bring my A game. Right. There are some things that haven't been done yet. I need to allow access to my network. I need to change the on-screen chat. And I need to add a new logo. Thankfully, I did save the logo. I always try to get the logo from SteamDB if the game is available on Steam, which this one is, because then I'm guaranteed to get a nice looking logo. It's a little bit harder if I have to source the logo from elsewhere. The logo needs to go behind the alert box. I'm doing this all live today. Semi-transparent. I have a standard, you see. I have a standard to this. My Vroid isn't zoomed in enough and angled correctly. There we go. That should be fine. I am looking at the screen now. Reset position. Get to see how the sausage is made a little bit. And then game capture, Gungrave Gore. Alright. We are now ready for however many Gungrave streams it takes. And this game is being played off of my new SSD. Oh yeah, it's also worth pointing out I might actually need to reduce the volume of this game. It's using the standard Unreal shipping icon. Oh, it's nice to see Yasuhiro Naito at the bottom. Definitely not a game based on characters by Kota Hirano. Never. Definitely haven't got the wrong manga author there when I was bigging this game up to people. Totally not. Right. Adjust the slider until the logo on the left is barely visible. Got it. Text language, English, voice language, Mafia voice. I can have the Korean Mafia speaking Korean. This music is banging! Right, settings. Difficulty. Normal sounds fine. Change it if we need to. Voice, camera, crosshair. Video. Full screen windowed. Thank you very much. That should be the default. Custom. High. High. On. High. Ray tracing. This game supports ray tracing? Okay. Ray tracing it is.
My name is Quartz, and it's been quite a while since I met Mika. We thought the seed was completely gone, but that wasn't true. Mika
So,
and I met after the battle against that
I didn't
scumbag
recap
Gunpo
anything
from
about
Clan.
Gungrave. I probably
Unfortunately,
should
I could not
have,
catch Gunpo,
but
and
I
got a
didn't
severe injury.
recap anything.
That is when
So
Mika,
I'm going
I
into
call
this
her Boss,
having
and
forgotten
I met.
everything
She saved my
about
life.
Gungrave.
And
Its
that
story,
grim-looking
its
guy
characters,
with a huge coffin and two
everything.
guns was next to her.
Going
And
into this
then there was the
completely
El
blank.
Alcanal. This is the group that Boss leads to eradicate the seed.
I
I've
shouldn't have
joined the
turned
team
brightness
since
all
I
the way
owe my
up.
life to Boss. Of course, there is also my personal grudge against the Raven clan as well. So far, we tried our best to stop the spreading of the seed. Boss and I also
Trying to
found out
stop
that
someone
there was
spreading
a
their
seed
seed
replica in
everywhere. Good to
Scum.
know. Ray tracing
Scum,
every single one of
or
those bullet
the
ricochets
Island,
might blow up your
is totally under
PC.
Raven
Could
clan
you imagine
control.
if the ray tracing is on
Raven Clan
every
is a drug cartel ran
on
by
every
four
single
bosses.
bullet
They
fired?
call themselves a corporate
Fucking
company,
hell.
but we all know that they are the biggest drug cartel in the world. Yensen Boostmaster. He is one of the four bosses of the Raven clan. There is an
You say
intel
No Nut
that he was
November,
spotted
but
in Hong Kong.
it's actually
He is a
non-stop Nut
cold-blooded
November.
scum that likes to kill people with his katana. But for some reason, he really wants to kill Grave. Big Wushen.
Don't worry, I'll
She's called the
set the
Witch,
brightness to the
and
correct
she
setting
is
afterwards.
also one of the four Raven clan bosses. They say that she sings the Song of Death, but I'm not too sure.
Never
Rumors are full of lies,
apologize
so people
for
believe what they want to
being
believe.
quote-unquote
Toronto.
late.
That damn old man. He just seems like an old
But
man
I
on the
appreciate you
outside.
being here.
But he looks suspicious.
This is the opening
And
FMV. You
watch
haven't
out
missed
for the
anything
old man's
yet.
walking stick too. And then
It's just showing us the
there's
game's
Gonpo.
main villains.
I met Boss because of
And
this guy.
I turned the brightness up
But
too high.
no thanks to him, my arm was injured. Although, sometimes, this arm comes in handy.
I'll set it back
Now
to where it was.
Boss and that grim-looking guy Grave have head off to Scumland. They'll contact me soon. Until then,
As
I'll
soon
have
as
to
I
keep
get
an
to
eye on the
gameplay.
situation
So
as
what's
well.
this? Never heard of it.
You never know
So
when they'll
Gungrave
need
was a
help.
game released on the PlayStation 2, developed and published by Red Entertainment in Japan, published by Sega in America, and published by... Oh, who published it over here? Oh, it might have been Atari. It was one of those weird publishing... It was a weird choice of publisher over here. The game was moderately successful. It got a sequel. It's still a cult classic, all the same. This Korean developer, Iggy Mob, picked the game up to do a VR remake, and then, you know, they've got all these assets, they're like, fuck it, let's just make a standard third-person shooter as well. So that's what they've done. They've made a standard third-person shooter out of the, you know, the same stuff that they made for the VR game. So there's Gungrave VR, and then there's Gungrave Gore, which is the third-person shooter. The standard shooter. So basically, if you like third-person shooters with over-the-top anime style, you've come to the right place. I don't know. As someone with not much knowledge of Gungrave, fuck knows if it's canon or not. This cutscene's great. He's gonna snap someone's neck, and then they're gonna carry on shooting. It's great. This was in all the trailers. It's so good. Why don't I get to play this scene? It's sort of like
The
Devil
site
May
is
Cry, a
clear.
little bit.
I got you, boss. Your troops are on the way. I'll be with you shortly.
I would say it's way more anime than Devil May Cry.
I'll wait for the El O'Connell and pester the wall. You breach, clear, and take control of the area site.
It's a bit more sort of over-the-shouldery than Devil May Cry. Similar idea. Similar idea. Kick their ass. Okay. But I will actually turn the brightness back down, because I have overdone it. When it says... I thought it said brightness, but it's gamma. You never want the gamma up that high. There we go. Much better. Right, shoot. Shoot at targets with automatic aim. Beat count. So this is your counter. The combo. Control the camera. Navigation. Auto target.
Brave, watch out. I'll get you.
Whoa! Stuttering. It's just getting used to the. Do I have a dodge? Whoa! Fuck me! Is that the ray tracing?
Nice move.
Not bad. Liking it so far. What's with the stuttering though? I like how destructible things are. Might have to turn ray tracing off. So this card that I've got, this 2060 Super, it's notorious for, while having ray tracing, not having particularly good ray tracing. So yeah, let's try turning the ray tracing off. Ray tracing is off. What the hell? Okay. Okay. I will accept that this might be my fault. The UE4 Gungrave Gore game has crashed and will close. Low-level fatal error. File unknown. Line 684. Resource map. Failed at. With error, DirectX graphics interface, error, device removed. With reason, DirectX graphics interface, error, device hung. I will accept that might be my fault. Oh dear. There are some things we could try. I mean, if it's UE4, it's possible that it's not liking one of my overlays. So I'm going to disable one of my overlays. NVIDIA, GeForce Experience. And we won't have ray tracing on. Right, I'm going to turn off the in-game overlay for the time being. I think this game runs fine. Maybe I just caught it on a bad day. You know, the day after it came out. Welcome back. Let's play. Yes. Settings. All right. Maybe I just had bad luck. Maybe I was just unlucky. So I attacked towards the camera. Working that time. Right, okay. So I just gotta have ray tracing on. Like I said, the card that I have is notorious for, you know, being an early ray tracing card, so it's not very good at doing its fucking job. Yeah, this is fine. It's behaving now. Which is weird. I would have expected it to behave in the first place, because, you know... I'm trying to auto-aim these. It won't let me. It's got to be like an aim button. It'll tell me about it when it wants me to know it.
There are too many of them.
There's never too many of them. A Gungrave. Did my camera clip through the wall then? Don't tell me we got, like, default Unreal, like, skybox behind here. I swear I'm not trying to break the game. Yeah, you can tell this was made for VR originally, can't you? Yeah, it could be the NVIDIA overlay. There's a performance thing that you turn on in that overlay, and what it does is it sort of adjusts the performance settings for a game. Oh no. Might be the first time it loads a new asset. But there's like a thing you can enable that adjusts how games run, and over time sort of learns how to run games properly. If that makes any sense. It tailors. So maybe having that on was fucky. You will be protected from enemy attacks until the shield gauge is depleted. Okay. So that shield is offering me protection. Yeah, I can look up the exact name of it.
Brave, you can bounce those rockets back.
Just guys with rocket launchers were waiting.
Great, they're coming from all sides.
They're coming. It's fine. I really like this. Sure, it's nothing special. But as part of Game Pass, it's fine. It's definitely a Game Pass game. It is one of the games of all time. Definitely. I'm really feeling it! Definitely corridors. Woo! Gotta love that stutter. Wait, I thought these were FMVs. Is this in-engine? No, it's FMV. I've seen a lot of pixels in my time.
Grave, destroy them before they're plugged in the Wazakin spider tank.
Funeral Strike. Swing Death Hauler around to attack nearby enemies.
Great, use your coffin!
Alright. Bringing the melee in now. Shielded enemies. Just to spice things up a bit. Rip. Raging Immortal Punisher. Execute stunned enemies with Rip. Executing an enemy with Rip will partially recover your shield. Oh! Beautiful! I was like, why can't I do the thing in the cutscene? I can. Beautiful.
Great! They're coming from all sides!
Coming from all sides again. Better watch out. It covers my shield power a little bit as well. Which in a very busy room like this might be a good idea. Fuck. I love that I just flash blue while I'm recovering. It's nice. I'm so glad it's not at a specific stage in the animation. Oh, I thought for a minute it crashed there!
Great! The doors!
It hung for like a second. I thought, oh no, don't tell me it's crashed. Oh, fuck me. Oh my god. Oh, I genuinely thought that was the end. Because, I mean, there's still time for us to play, like, fucking, I don't know, Paw Patrol Car. Death Spear. Charge up Cerberus to use Death Spear. That's why I can't hold down right trigger to fire continuously. I did wonder, so I'm like, why can't I fire continuously?
They have shields!
Nice. Whoa, achievements unlocked. I do love it when I get that little sound effect that tells me I'm not wasting my time. Why? What's gonna happen? They're gonna...
Watch out!
They're gonna do the wascally tank or whatever the fuck. They're gonna plug in the wascally wabbit. Grab, shoot. Oh!
Great! Watch out!
Oh, fuck! Yo, what the fuck is this chaos? This is satisfying. This is satisfying. Glade air fresheners. Is that who's paying you to advertise on my stream? There we go. Oh, have you started playing this, Trent? What have you been making of it so far? Have you beaten it yet? 12 hours, I think they said in the story. I mean, that seems like a lot of time to play this kind of game. Plug it in, plug it in, plug it in. Pack it up, plug it in, let me begin. Grab Rip. You can fire death hook at stunned enemies and execute them with RIP! Executing an enemy will partially recover your shield. However, this only works when enemies have to grab. Grab Rip. Oh nice, Chase Rip. You can fire death hook and use Chase to execute stunned enemies. Okay. Whoa! Video game! Stuttering much? I didn't know I was playing Pokemon. I'll probably put my my hour of Pokemon before bed in. Become a bit of a ritual as well. Get a gym or a base or a fighting gun. LT and Y. Demolition shot. What the fuck? Loving the sirens on the soundtrack. Like, really, nobody uses enough sirens in their video games. Sirens are always a good time. It does feel like this is a game where there isn't that many collectibles or things to find. There's always a risk of that when I'm playing Pokemon Violet. Sometimes I just explore, I just pick a direction and I run in that direction for 30 minutes, just catching everything I can find. That's why my Pokedex is so full in yet. In the grand scheme of things in that game, I've achieved so very little. Fires a rapid volley of bullets towards a target. Arty, 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 arty.
Smack them down!
Oh! Chase. Oh. A little jank, but perfectly playable. Hey, a surprise contender for like sleeper hit of the year. It's nothing special. Let's put it this way, I'm glad I didn't buy this. I'm glad it's on Game Pass. because it means I get to play it anyway.
Right, watch out
I have
for
no
rockets.
idea what we are doing. This is Gungrave Gore, a South Korean developed sequel to two cult classic games on the PS2, with characters designed by Yasuhiro Naito, the creator of Trigun. Yeah. That's why the dude we're playing as sort of resembles Nicholas B. Wolfwood a little bit. Having, you know, 3 guns. And one of them's sort of like a coffin on his back. Sorry, vending machine. Yeah, this game can definitely do with, like, environments that are a bit more destructible. I also feel like it's already blown its load already. Like, I've gone through most of the, what feel like the major
Great. Watch out. Upper
game
level.
mechanics already. Perfectly acceptable, and as a game I didn't have to pay for, it's even better. Give me a chase. Yes! Good get. Lock on. Oh, finally! Yeah, I'm willing to give it the 1, and, you know, I might come back. I don't think it necessarily, like, strikes me as a game I would finish on stream. The other thing this game really needs now is a dash button. What would it be? Click left stick in? That feels right to me. Because that's what I keep trying to do.
Nice.
And it doesn't
That's
do
the way
anything.
you do it.
Stuttering is bad. I wonder if this plays a lot better on console. If the stuttering is just because I'm trying to stream it at the same time. Sonic Frontiers is a good time. Boss battle. Powerful bosses are waiting for you. Hot Asians in your area are waiting for you. Bosses might have different combat patterns. You'll need to adapt to their attacking method. Yes, that's basically how video game work. Yes, I know how video game work. I make game developed in South Korea. Don't do it. Don't wake up the wascally tank.
Too late, man! Too late!
We're too late. Wasakine is alive.
Oh my god. Woo! Next time it shoots missiles at me, I've got to knock it back. Fuck! Okay, here it comes. think I knocked someone back. Whoop. Can I not knock those missiles back? I could before. Fuck. I'm gonna obviously have to do a little bit more to figure out the boss attack pattern. Make use of my power-ups a little bit. My poor right trigger is gonna get fucking busted today. Oh! My poor right trigger. Rest in peace, right trigger. Clutch. Hardly. I still had 2 whole rectangles of health. Shit, 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 shit. See. Big wall. Abandoned city. Slums filled with drugs and crime. Okay. Drugs and crime? No, because I was about to order a new controller, and then I saw, I shit you not, Hyperkin are making a wired version of the Xbox 360 controller that's like modern parts, works with the Xbox One, but is a 360 controller on the inside. I gotta get me one of those. There is a third-party version of the Xbox 360 pad that's apparently very good. According to like shmup players, it has like the best reaction time for the D-pad and the buttons. I might give that a shot. Might order one of those. I don't know. Black Friday's coming up, you know. There's going to be plenty of great deals. I'm trying not to buy stuff on the Steam sale at the moment. There's a few things that are going way down in price that I want to grab. I haven't seen...
Great. The enemies are approaching.
That Cyberpunk one I played. Ghost Runner. I haven't seen Ghost Runner going down in price yet. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. But I mean, if Ghost Runner is at a decent price, I'm picking it up. Because that was a real surprise this year.
Great! There are more of them coming!
Was when I played that on Demo Derby and I was like, hold on, where has this been all my life? Oh, come on! Why is the timing so bullshit on that? You have to activate the attack slightly later than what feels right. Duly noted. Jump onto obstacles?
Great, jump
I have a
over.
jump button now? Oh, come on, guys! Where was this when I needed this? What brand is that Xbox 360 controller? It's some cheapo Chinese brand off eBay, but apparently this one Chinese one is better than all the others. I could probably find the name if I look through my... No, it wasn't eBay, it was Amazon. I could probably find the name if I look through my Amazon history.
Great! They're coming from all sides!
Storm Barrage is a skill that damages enemies by rapid firing bullets. Whoa! Fly, baby! Hey, somebody showed me how to get easy combos in this game.
Great! Destroy those cars!
I was hoping to get to 1,000 combos. Voy. Does that ring a bell? Let me have a look. Diswo? Diswo. It's the Diswo ampersand 1 Xbox 360 controller. That's the one I was thinking about getting. It's 15, and the reviews are like, best third-party pad for 360, best unofficial controller I've tried, classy controller, long cable, quick delivery. Ignore the quick delivery part. Oh, the analog sticks only work in 4 directions. What? Everybody else is saying it's a great controller. I wonder. Can these Amazon reviews really be trusted? Yo, invade attack. Oh, I'm not tabbed in. There we go. Gungrave Gore. It's like a modern dirge of Cerberus. Implants? Give me a pair of double D's. I said open up! Double D's nuts! Okay. I got distracted by the implant shot. Timing of the B press actually has to be a little later than what feels, a little earlier than what feels right to time that. Alright. I think this game is showing its just like poor nature now. QTEs? Oh no! No, fuck off. You were doing so well. Well, to be fair, it's something new. I was about to say this game showed me everything it has. Actually, no. No, it hasn't, because it just showed me a QTE. So, maybe it hasn't shown me everything it has yet. Fire a rocket at me! Yeah, I got the timing on that down now. You have to press it much earlier than feels right. And then you do. Oh my god. Oh my god, leave me alone! Oh my god. Right, that's it! Big bullet. Now the timing's off. I don't know what to do anymore. My whole life is a lie. Oh, the music's better in this level, though. Garage Club. I like how everywhere has the same, like, font for everything. Truly, the future really is uniform. Really dig what this is putting down. I didn't play the original Gungrave for more than like half an hour, so I can't really vouch for how authentic this is as a remake, sequel, reboot, spiritual, whatever. QTEs are just like blah. Get that shit out of my face. Yeah, there's a time when they worked, but they're now a symptom of the overly cinematic video games with no structure.
Watch out for rockets!
The games that, you know, Sony, for example, not to single them out, you know, okay, maybe a little bit, but, you know, the games that Sony would push rather than say, like, something someone would actually want to play. Okay, maybe I am just coming across as a massive, like, Sony hater. I don't intend that to be the hill I die on. You know what? Fuck it. In for a penny, in for a fucking pound. So overly cinematic games, right? That shit can fuck off. I'm tired of playing a game where I sit through 30 minutes of cutscene just to walk forwards once and stab something, and then I have to do 30 more fucking minutes of cutscene. Alright? The only games that I will let that fly in is games like Yakuza, where there's still a fucking decent brawler in there somewhere, you know? The QTEs aren't egregious in a game like Yakuza. It's not like fucking like Last of Us. Fucking Uncharted. Oh, you have to balance on this fucking thing while you get shot at. Fuck that shit, fuck that shit. I'm thinking I should bring Opinionated Mate back. I'm sufficiently angry and bitter nowadays. Sick of standing here and like having to defend things that are decent. Meanwhile, like everybody's out like sucking the dick of these Sony games that are just boring as fuck. I would rather play 3 of these over some cinematic story game that's meant to give me feels. That said, you know, I played one of those this year and had a good time. You know, a cinematic game. It was designed to give me feels, and I played one this year and it was good. It was called Lake. And guess what? It was on Game Pass. Microsoft for the win. Microsoft gets me. Microsoft understands what I want.
Great. Destroy that cover.
Like Souls-like games is, even if they've got like a QTE in them, if the core point of it is like learning enemy attacks and getting better through practice and trial and error, then I can never fault a game like that. If it's one of these cinematic shooters, Last of Us, where you can play a section the same way 10 times, and on the 10th time the AI bugs out and decides that you're gonna, like, get a headshot every time, even though you've been firing the same way, you know. You know, I just fucking dislike Sony shit right now. I'm just fucking done. It's baseless, I know. Death Wheel. Funeral Strike's finishing skill. Grave will use the saw blade of the Death Hauler. I should probably get this one, because then I'll do it by accident. Demolition Point. Costume. Yes, there is DLC for this game, but it's just costume DLC. Won't affect the FMVs. Stats. I mean, I can make this game suck slightly less. This soundtrack is whoa, fire. So I'm gonna get the wind sweep because I'll do that by accident. Infected sewers. Sewers filled with horrid stench. This area is also infected with org worms, creatures turned into monsters by the seed. You know what this reminds me of?
The city is still locked down, and the only way to the
This reminds me a little bit of Dark Sector. I guess because it's like Japanese influenced, third-person shooter, weird sort of grungy environments.
Watch out! They're inside water and between rocks.
Attacking the same 3 enemies over and over again. It's a little bit more in-depth than Dark Sector, though. Maybe one of these days I'll play through Dark Sector. I don't know. If I wake up one morning and I decide I hate myself particularly more than normal, I might. did a lot of transferring of games yesterday and today to the new SSD that I've got installed when I'm running this game. Final Fantasy VII Remake is 100 gig, more or less. And I want to download and install like a 40 gig texture patch for that game. That like replaces all the textures with AI upscaled 4K res textures. I can't begin to imagine how much of a pain that's going to be to download. And then how much hard drive space that's going to take for a game that's not even that good. Hey, it wasn't even my game of the year. When FF7 Remake came out, that wasn't even my game of the year that year. How can you even hope to compete with Trials of Mana? Oh yeah, I'm just thinking about things that are still yet to come out this year. Crisis Core! Dude! Crisis Core! How can I forget? I'm remembering because we streamed it the same year that the Final Fantasy VII Remake remake came out. It's kind of wild to think that they're remaking that game. But it's almost out as well. It's wild to me. Am I gonna play it on stream? Yeah. Am I gonna do a complete new playthrough of Crisis Core? Do I need to? The game is still fresh in my memory. I don't think I necessarily need to stream it again. And again, it's a fucking good game. I'm curious how well the PC version of the remaster is. You know, compared to playing it on PPSSPP with a fan-made texture enhancer. How can it compete to PSP emulation on PC? Hopefully they did something about that fucking Shinra Mansion puzzle. That keyhole puzzle. Oh, I swear to God. How did I make that puzzle better when I was streaming? I went into Photoshop, found the keyhole texture, and made it completely transparent. Because otherwise you're looking through this, like, tiny fucking keyhole shape on screen. You can't see shit. Better have made that puzzle better. If I'm still staring through a tiny fucking keyhole in the Shinra Mansion, I swear to God, sparks will fly. It's a real shame that it's Persona 3 Portable and not fucking FES. Because real talk, that navigation fucking sucks. I work with a dude who's like, I love Persona 3, but it's gonna be hard to justify buying that because, you know, the navigation through the game is fucking weird. You know, you can't use an analog stick on those menus. You can't move around freely. You have to navigate from like a fucking D-pad. I reckon it's a case of which one did they still have the source code for? Possibly the PSP one. Unless Atlas has like a weird thing where they'll only use the latest version of the game. No, that doesn't make any fucking sense because it was regular Catherine that came to PC, not fucking full body, you know, the one that fucking should have. Companies do fuck up and lose source code. Sega famously did that. Yeah, until Christian Whitehead came along and rewrote Sonic 1 from scratch in his own engine. Sega's method for re-releasing Sonic 1 was just to put a Mega Drive ROM in an emulator. Because they didn't have the fucking source code. Konami famously fucked up. They didn't keep the source code for Silent Hill 2 and 3. What they had was an old backup of the PC version source code. So then the developers behind the remaster had to try and adapt and retrofit this, like, fucked up beta version. They didn't have enough time to deal with that. They didn't have the resources they needed. Sometimes devs are just, like, devs and publishers are just really fucking bad at holding on to stuff. It's embarrassing to be seen with you. Game companies, fuck. Like, some of these are beloved games that have been around for decades. I swear that's the case in a lot of examples. That game companies just sometimes decide that remaking a game from scratch is easier. I'm surprised I lost barely any health in that encounter. I was expecting to lose way more there. Can't go that way. Oh, thanks for the arrow. Subtle, but I'll take it.
Grape, are you okay?
Holy shit!
We should change the Mafia voices to Korean for extra immersion. Got an achievement for, what, taking damage? Why can't I counter these anymore? Timing on that is so bullshit. I feel like it changes whenever it feels like it. Oh, it's playing that awesome music from the last stage. Very shit at playing the games people ask me to. I know this is coming out of, like, nowhere, but I've been fucking terrible at this. Like, I get games requested and then I don't stream them. And it's awful. And I should change that. So, We need to put Devil May Cry 5 on the list, and we need to put Lost Kingdoms on the list. Before, you know, people who have been watching for a long time get jaded because I never play the games I've been asked to play. I need to do better. Now, I've got my GameCube all set up and shit for playing like any game, and then I barely touched it. Probably end up emulating anyway. Maybe we'll have just like a day that's dedicated to requested games. So like, or if we aim to like have like 3 games on the go at a time, one of them could be a game that's been requested. Is there ever creatures in Gungrave? Like I said, I barely played the PS2.
Hunter's camp.
But I'm pretty sure I remember the game starting out on a rooftop. Can't remember what the fuck I was shooting at. I feel like most of that game took place on rooftops, or at least everything I saw from that game took place on rooftops. Maybe I should give the original upgrade. Just for old time's sake. See how it differs to this. This is gonna sound mean. To see how it differs to this never dead wannabe. Oh fuck me, I'm cruel. Damn, I'm cruel. Another achievement, whatever that was. I don't have pop-ups, so I don't know. I just hear beat boop. Like, oh, I got another one, I guess. It's gonna be a QTE. Any reason why I couldn't just be firing the whole time during that? Hey, sushi! Here's one you might like. We'll look up. Do you remember Gungrave? You know, that PS2 shooter? That PS2 anime shooter? Did you ever play it? It's like a modern take on Gungrave. Really satisfied that I didn't have to pay for this. I know I keep bringing that up. It's not like this game isn't worth buying, it's just in a world where I can just pick up a game on Game Pass and play it, this is exactly the kind of chewing gum game that you want on a service like Game Pass. Something that you can tune out to. mic's audio could be turned up a bit. This is the best I can do. I take it the game's quite loud then. I get the feeling it is. To be fair, I could do with raising my volume as in talking a little louder as well. I'm trying not to because my throat's a little rough. This is another case of one of those days where I'm like, I don't feel well enough to stream, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And then, as soon as I start, I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I did. Because I'm really in the mood to just chill out. Right? Soundtrack's really good, honestly. It's just this particular piece of music. Oh, it's gone. It's finished. It's done. It's an idiom. How's she going? Like, it's not referring to anybody in particular. More like, how's it going? But sort of anthropomorphizing the day. This game really needs collectibles. I mean, this is obviously the kind of room where you'd be like, bring! Gungrave collectible number 14. Yasuhiro Naito sketch. You know. So, like, you've heard of Trigun, right? Sure you have, Sushi. You know, you're a cultured individual who loves anime and manga. The character of Grave here was originally designed by Yasuhiro Naito. But this version of him doesn't quite look like the original design that the Trigun do. The PS2 game's pretty good. It's fairly easy to get hold of. I'd say it's pretty good, but to be honest, I haven't played it since, you know, it came out. And I distinctly remember a few moments ago saying it was just the same shit on top of a rooftop all day. So maybe I don't actually think it's that good. Or maybe I'm trying to remember something from when I was a teenager. Which is probably more accurate.
Frank, behind you!
Oh my god! There's another
Hurry,
fucking...
Frank! Faster! Frank, there's the exit!
Why? This game has a thing where it's like, yeah, we're just gonna spawn 1,000 enemies and not give you time to react to them.
Nice! That's the way you do it!
These particular corridors are bullshit. But so far, that's the only real gripe I've had with this game, really. That, and they didn't give me the jump button until partway through the second stage. I kind of like jump buttons. I got this back again. Okay. When I'll get my next boss fight, if it will just be the
Brave!
Waskin
There are more of them
thing
coming!
again. Well, they do a good job of introducing new features. sort of consistently, just to make sure that you don't get too tired of it. It changes up a little bit. What I'm trying to do is do that thing like earlier where I said, the game's shown me everything it has, so then it shows me something new. The game's shown me everything it has. I do feel like I need a sprint, though. Zero Sugar Mountain Dew sounds like a treat. Ligaboo, a vile creature created purely for humans' entertainment, paralyzes its prey with a deafening roar.
Setting is big in Scumland. Everything here is broadcasted. No choice but to break through.
Everything is broadcasted.
Brave, watch out! Raven Clan forces!
I like how they call the place Scumland. It's like... It's not like... Oh, sorry, I thought it was just a holiday destination. I didn't realize there was scum in Scumland. Malkovich is one to be a stupid bitch. They're betting on how many asses I can kick, because I assure you it's one lot. Is this just like another room that serves no purpose? Yeah, just another one of those no-purpose rooms. Could have hit a collectible in there or something. That's that awesome music again! Boss done. Oh, at least I only have to fight one.
Great, you need to fight it.
Remember what I said about, like, I wonder when they'll give me another boss fight. Here it is. I told you, this game's just like... It's been long enough, we can give it something tasty to do now. Rocket bullet. Fucking hell. He's lit up like a Christmas tree now. Very festive. Nice wintry blue going on here. I swear I've got a rap in Fortnite that looks like that. It changes colour every time I shoot. pretty cool. I feel like I have to reiterate what I said earlier. This really is one of the games of all time. Definitely. Game of the Decade contender? It is one of the games this decade, yeah. The central station is littered with abandoned structures and debris. Only the footsteps of strangers echo through the halls of this station. Now I know where most of this game's file size comes from. It's all these FMVs for cutscenes. Kick their ass. All right. Whoa! That little stutter. It's gorgeous. Like, what's the point of this little square? You could easily put a collectible here. Boop. I feel like that's a missed opportunity with this game.
Brave, watch out! Mafia gangs!
Okay, Korean devs, right? South Korean devs. Really, like, good at art. Really good with the concept art. I bet there's a ton of good concept art in this game. Like, fuck tons. Could have, like, made a collectible out of that, you know? Easy enough. Make video game content out of that. Easy enough.
Brave,
There's your little
there are more of them
collectibles.
coming.
Concept art is the concept art for the stage you're on is the collectible. Easy peasy. Maybe that's just your European Western collectathon tendencies. Hey. I don't think it's necessarily European, so to speak. because you know, I played like Splatterhouse. Splatterhouse is like a generic third-person action game like this. It's got collectibles. Some of it's concept art. Some of it's nude character renders of the female love interest in the game. Like I said, good game. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't actually get around to streaming it this Halloween. I mean, that's a good example of a game that like pads itself out with collectibles based on concept art. Condemned on Xbox 360 as like a huge, massive like concept art library to work your way through. I mean, it's not just European, but yeah, I'm with you on the whole Western games care more about the collectibles than... I mean, it's all vague. I'm sure I could, you know, if I stopped and had to think about it, I could probably list you 10 Japanese games that have concept art, you know, as collectibles dotted around the game. But, you know, off the top of my head, so maybe you're onto something. Imagine trying to play this game without getting shot. I think it would be impossible. Speaking of Gungrave, back in the mid to early 2000s, I was in a video game shop in Sheffield. There was this kid who wanted Gungrave on PS2, and he'd keep nagging his dad, "Dad, can I have the game with the gun?" And he'd keep saying no, and he'd eventually get upset about it. And this kid must have been like 5 years old or so, so Gungrave was probably not suitable for him. Probably not suitable, but the kid probably would have got a fucking kick out of the game nonetheless. If that kid got Gungrave, you know, it might have got him interested in game dev, and then, you know, he would have been the person working on this game with Iggy Mob in South Korea. I like stories of, like, people who played a particular video game in their youth and it inspired them to become a game dev, or it inspired them to get into game dev. Like, one particular game that just blew their mind. Perhaps if they're a video game soundtrack producer, one game they played that, like, the soundtrack of it really changed how they perceived video game music forever. I mean, one way to look at it is, you know, Jet Set Radio, for example, definitely paved the way for how I perceive video game music. You know, what I perceive to be my tastes in video game soundtracks. Sure. But if there was any one game that influenced my game design ethos, I don't know, Doom? But I didn't. Here's the thing about Doom, right? I was never allowed Doom as a kid. I was never allowed shooters like that in general. It took, example being this kid from like your example, this kid in Sheffield who was nagging his parents about Gungrave. You know, in my experience, there was one time I nagged my parents about a game until I eventually got it. In a little supermarket I like to call Netto, Scandinavian for value, there was, for like months on end, the PC, like, what was it, one unit, what the fuck is it called? I could look it up. The blood pack for one unit whole blood with Cryptic Passage and the other expansions was sitting in this one Netto for fucking months, right? And I would keep saying to my parents, like, please, 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 because all I would see, like, is this video game with, like, this bloody handprint on the front. I was like, oh my god, this looks so good. I bet this is a really, like, amazing game. Oh, mummy, daddy, please, can I have this video game? And eventually, you know, I got them to cave and buy me this game. And, you know, that was my first time really playing a boomer shooter like that. Like, having a boomer shooter like that. I fucking loved that game to bits, but I was shit at it. When I discovered Doom when I was at college, because I had colleagues that loved to do, like, mapping and shit for games. Heck, one of them has gone on to be... Where am I getting shot from? One of them has gone on to be a map designer at fucking DICE, working on the Battlefield series, right? Anyway, they introduced me to mapping in Doom, and it's so fucking straightforward. Even to this day, Doom is like the easiest game to make maps for. So like, I wasn't getting into Doom until like 07, 08. And then, like, all these memories of playing Blood came flooding back, and it's like, right, fuck, where's that copy of Blood? You know, I'm playing this on DOSBox. I played through fucking Blood, and I played through fucking Doom. And I did so much Doom mapping. Usually with Blood textures, because they were really nice, like, high-quality... like true color textures as opposed to the dodgy like 16-bit or 8-bit fucking like textures of Doom. So I used to make WODs with those lovely high quality textures. Like, those levels were I never really intended, like, anybody else to play those levels. Those levels were, like, for me. They were my thing, you know? I miss getting into that shit, you know? So, I was never allowed Doom as a kid. I briefly got to play it round. I think it was a cousin had Final Doom? Well, they might have just had the PlayStation. It was PlayStation, but I don't know if they had Final Doom or if it was just, you know, the standard Doom. Because I swear there was Doom on PS1 and then there was like Final Doom. Unless it was always Final Doom. Just my memory is failing me. Which I mean is possible. I am an old man. I am that kind of YouTuber. Specifically. Please tell me that was an achievement for destroying all the seats in the train station. I mean, by the time my parents stopped giving a shit about the age rating of games I was playing, I was like balls deep in Grand Theft Auto at that point, like Grand Theft Auto, Devil May Cry. So
you'll need to reach them fast. Let's see if they're expecting you. Give them hell.
They're expecting me? Damn. I'm barely expecting myself. The only thing I'm expecting is to die on this level. You're going to die here, Nord! You're going to die here, Imperial! That's right. You're going to die here in this prison cell. Give me shield. Yeah, by the time I was old enough to play like Grand Theft Auto and shit, I had forgotten all about Doom and boomer shooters. apart from like the little bit of blood that I played. I think the most fun I had playing Blood was just fucking around with the cheats as a kid. You know, if you typed in Deliverance, hold on, was that Blood or was that Hexen? Deliverance might have been Hexen. I think it was Hexen that had the Deliverance cheat. If you type in Deliverance, you turn into a pig, and the game says Squeal Piggy. I think that's Hexen, not Blood. This kid nagged his mum to get him Grand Theft Auto 3, promising her that it would be the last game he'd ever ask for. Well, Grand Theft Auto 3 is a fucking solid game. And, you know, once I'm convinced that the trilogy is worth owning on modern systems, I'll pick up the PS4, PS5 version of that Grand Theft Auto trilogy, and then I might stream through it. I might. It's a good game, and I miss it. It's a game I know the beginning of very well from having played it constantly. Well, we didn't have a PS2 memory card when we first got our PS2. That was a Christmas present, right? So we got our PS2 with 2 PS2 games. My Christmas present was Theme Park World for PS2. I mean, it was a game I'd asked for. I did like the PlayStation 1 version of Theme Park very much as a kid. And Theme Park World, fuck me, was that disappointing. Mine was Theme Park World. My brother's game? Grand Theft Auto 3. Which game got played more? Grand Theft Auto 3. How many times have we beaten Portland? More times than I would like to admit. But I'd be happy to play through Portland again just for the sake of playing through the entirety of GTA 3. It doesn't really fit my remit going forwards. I very much want to stream, like, crappy 90s and 2000s stuff, and then, like, anime games. But I think I could, you know, make an exception for Grand Theft Auto 3, seeing as it was such a big part of my my formative years. And besides, I would argue that GTA 3 very much is an example of 2000 shit, which does fit my remit a little bit.
Knock them down!
It's Marge Be Not Proud, isn't it? That really is a fucking solid episode. That's like peak Simpsons.
Great! There's the exit!
So, Theme Park World wasn't necessarily a bad game. Just, you know, compared to Grand Theft Auto 3, Theme Park World was like, oh, that's a nice novelty. Here's the thing. The copy of Theme Park World that I got for Christmas was fucking scratched. So we had to go and get a replacement for that. I don't think it was Boxing Day, but it may well have been Boxing Day. We had to go and get a replacement for that. Easily, my parents could have at that time gone, you know what, we'll actually get him a proper video. You know, instead of Theme Park World.
Grave, take the train.
Another achievement. I have no idea what it was, though. Tucked and distant somewhere. Damage of the Death Hauler up. I don't want to get my shield recovery up. Demolition Shell. Horus Quake. Hellbound. Hellhound. That might be pretty good for when I'm cornered. Okay. Oh, we completed Outer. We're on in and out. Well, here's the thing. FIFA games are useful for one thing. Okay, two things. Actually, they have two uses. So the main reason why I would buy a FIFA game would be so I have a game case spare. Now, of course, most of these sports games come with fucking, like, authentication stickers that you have to very carefully remove and then get rid of the glue with Goo Gone. But you can essentially buy, like, a FIFA... Okay, 3 uses! So you can buy a FIFA and then, like, take the inlay out, get rid of the sticker, rub the glue off. You've got a spare case, right? For whatever console. As you say, drink coasters is a great example. But here's the main thing, right? Bird scarers. If you got plants in your garden that you want to make sure are protected, just string some fucking, like, FIFA discs from string and hang them up. And the light reflecting off those discs is gonna scare birds away. That is the most use that a FIFA disc will ever be. A second-hand FIFA disc will make for a great bird scarer. Highly recommend. I've seen a scratched up copy of Time Crisis, right? That was unplayable. You buy one of those little craft clocks, and you put it through the middle of the Time Crisis disc, and you have a novelty clock. A Time Crisis clock. Pretty cool. Honestly. Great little centerpiece and conversation starter. Oh, what's the time? It's Richard's face. Of use for old game discs, so like FIFAs or scratch discs. There's plenty of like fun little craft hacks you can do to get some value out of an old scratch disc or an old FIFA disc that nobody fucking cares about.
Watch out, Crane! Rooftop!
Flying discs. Suppose that's one use. Maybe I'm off the mark here. But I kind of like the music of Harry Styles. I know. I know, it's bad.
Rafe,
But I kind of like the music of Harry Styles. Of the One Direction alumni, he's the one making the best music out of them. Sure, it's like generic, but hell, it's listenable, and Sign of the Times was fine, and I also like Same As It Was. That's what it's called. So something fun about that song, right? There's a little rappy bit where it's like, go home, get internet, or whatever, right? And somebody cut the vocals off it at certain points in the song to make the lyrics like cut out. It's not the same as it was. What I love about that song particularly is what I call that like seaside organ. Like, oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Do 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 do. You know, it's got that on the fucking organ. That's beautiful. That's definitely listenable. I don't know, maybe we're talking about a different Harry Styles? I find his stuff perfectly palatable. I fell off the train! Oh, fuck. Oh. That's the first time I failed a mission. Oh my god. That's embarrassing. How am I meant to roll around on this train to avoid bullets?
Rafe, are you okay? Watch your head, Grace.
Yeah, it's perfectly decent music. Like, it's not great music. Of course it's fucking not. It's Harry Styles. But, you know, it's perfectly listenable. It's palatable. Fucking hell. I think we've, I think we've reached the, difficulty curve. So that rappy bit in Same As It Was, where it's like, go home, get internet, that bit. If you cut the lyrics out, it becomes a song about cats. I heard it on a fucking YouTube short and I burst out laughing. I might have the short. Depends where I saved it to. Go home. I don't want to talk. Where is it? It's not that. It's not that. No. I'm sure I would have saved it. Maybe it's in my downloads folder. I'm looking in my Y drive first. That's where most of my junk ends up. I don't have the video saved. I only have the audio saved. I guess because I was gonna make like a YouTube short out of it. If you cut the song vocals out, it says, "Go home. I don't want to talk. Leave." Go home. I don't want to talk. Leave. I don't know why I find that so fucking funny, but I do. It's so fitting. I heard it on a YouTube short and I literally fucking like pissed myself with laughter. Is the goal to take this train as slowly as possible? I think the trick might be to take this. So you're admitting here right now on live stream that you pissed your pants while laughing.
It's a colloquialism. It's an idiom. We say pissed our pants laughing. What we mean is just that we found it really funny. And maybe let out a couple of droplets. Literally doesn't actually mean the same as. The meaning of the word has been corrupted over time. Literally actually means the opposite of, more or less, but the word's meaning has been stretched over time. That is all. Thank you for coming to my TEDx talk.
I'm being that guy. I'm being the totally... Yeah? Why is this crazy music playing? There's no enemies around. Oh?
Jump down.
Bullshit! What? Oh.
Jump down. Nice! That's the way you do it!
Fucking! Mean trains in the UK don't blast hardcore underground music. The trains don't, but the passengers do. really grinds my gears. If you find out, let me know. If you find out, let me know. I tell you what grinds my gears? Fucking, like, pregnant pauses on everything. Like, I'll be having a conversation with somebody, right? And then there's a big, like, pregnant fucking pause, right? So pregnant, it's about to fucking give birth, right? And then, you know, I think it's quiet, so I start speaking, and then they start speaking over me. That really pisses me off. It's like, oh, didn't want to say something until I started fucking talking, did ya? You ever get that? Hey, your typos are pretty bad, but I mean, there are people on our Discord that spell worse than you do. So, sure, your typos are bad, but in the grand scheme of things, they're not the worst. Yeah, I don't think I'll be returning to this one for another stream, but, you know, I might finish it off stream. Maybe when I'm done with Paw Patrol Car. That's the main one. I want to get Paw Patrol Car cleared off. All the achievements. Before the end of the year, that would be nice. It's not a particularly hard game to do, you know. It's relatively straightforward. It's just time consuming. Yay, Ice Blaze, how's it going? Ice Blaze is in the house. You ever played Gungrave? You ever play a Gungrave game before? PS2? Back in the day? This one's pretty generic, but I appreciate what it's putting down. In an era full of, like, overly cinematic, cutscene-filled games, it's nice to play something that's just run-and-gun bullshit, you know? Saw the anime. Yeah. That's right, there was a Gungrave anime. I've never actually seen it.
Right.
I'm failing
They're
to
coming
follow
from the
this
side.
game's plot. Not all too well. If I watch the anime, then parts of this might make sense. Yes, thanks. Oh my god.
Right. Watch your health.
Watching it. Trust me, there's not much I can do about it, video game. Fucking. Oh! Hi ho. Hi ho. Speaking of ho, the dogs just started. Somebody put some batteries in the dog today. Bang, 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 bang. Destroy everything. Fucking hell. Predominantly a prequel to games. In which case, it might make the games make sense. How are we doing in the stage? 66%! And I've got a tiny sliver of health. Amazing. If this is a game where you can replay the same level over and over again. Oh my god. Someone played Beat Saber, look at that! I'm so glad they mark them with arrows so I can see from a distance where I need to stand. Oh, Sunset Riders, okay. Are we gonna do that thing? Where I go, this reminds me of something else. Kind of fits in a weird way.
Great. Jump! Hurry, Grace! Faster!
I'm doing it! Fuck's sake. Oh, man. Where do I reload from? Please say the start of this section. I wasn't aware this is one of those rush sections. Dead. So I can't just run through it. Kick their ass. I can't make any promises. Oh, for fuck's sake, they're getting in the way! Grab an enemy with Death Hook and use him as a shield. Now that's a thought. That hadn't even fucking occurred to me. That hadn't even fucking occurred to me. That's genius. Finally, the tip on a loading screen was good. Don't you love it when that happens? Most games, the loading screen tip is like, tip, a helpful bit of advice. But here it's like, actually handy.
Great. Jump! Hurry, Grace! Faster!
How ridiculous. Let's keep trying. don't give you a great deal of time to react here.
Great. Jump! Hurry, Grace! Faster!
Working on it. I feel like there's about 3 times as many enemies as there should be. Crushed potato crisps baked into the crust. Yes. Pile of crisps in the middle, no. That's more space that could be filled with creamy, cheesy, tomatoey goodness. But the crisps in the crust sound like a good shout. Bravo. I'm so glad this section has happened before I finish streaming for today. We're 2 hours in and we finally reached like the point of the game that's just bullshit. And I'm glad we played long enough to see it. You know?
Great. Jump! Hurry, Grace! Faster!
Did you complete Sonic Frontiers? Yes, I got all the achievements in it. I have completed Sonic Frontiers. Are you curious to know my opinion on it? Because my opinion changed the more of that game I played. I started out really not liking it, and then by the time I was done with it, I can say it's the best Sonic game in like 10 years. In terms of story, it's one of the best. Now, of course, I'm sure there's a... I'm sure that there's a certain, like, group of people that would say, story doesn't matter in Sonic game, Blue Rat runs fast, right? But Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2, that game's plot is not. However, it is so respectful of Sonic games that have been. Like, it understands who characters are meant to be, their motivation. It presents us with a real story, with some proper fucking stakes.
Hurry, Grace! Faster!
It doesn't talk down to the viewer, the player. It's written by someone who knows their way around Sonic canon. Does 10 years mean Sonic Mania 2?
Yes.
Because Sonic Mania's plot is...
Oh, I'm Dr. Eggman. I found a purple thing that radiates. Ooh, now there's evil leg robos. I don't know. Blah.
The end. Right? Story of Sonic Frontiers. Without ruining anything for Frontiers, I'm going to do my very best not to ruin anything for Frontiers here. Frontiers ties every single Sonic game together, and does so in a way that feels natural and yet has major implications in regards to the lore of the series as it has been and the series yet to come. If that's not like fucking solid praise, I don't know what is. Sonic's voice is interesting. So it's still Roger Craig Smith. The voice talent was told to take the role more seriously. You know, like to not be jokey. You know, to treat the material seriously was what they were asked to do. As such, you end up with performances like a very sort of deep Sonic, and you end up with an Eggman who's really not wisecracking. And for some, that might be a turn-off, you know. I'm sure to a certain extent there's a lot of Sonic fans who love cheesy, Baldy McNosehair, no copyright law in the universe is going to stop me, etc., etc., right? I'm sure that there are Sonic fans for whom that is, like, the Sonic they love. I get that.
Hurry, Grace! Faster!
Fucking I was right there at the end! But if they had been, haha, Baldy McNosehair, no copyright law in the universe is going to stop me, with the story that Frontiers has, it would have been awful. So the voice direction fits the story of Frontiers. Like, it would be wrong if it was just, chug your cheesy hardware the whole time. So I get why the characters are done in this sort of more subdued way, because the source material suits it. One other little minor spoiler for Frontiers. We get the origin of the Chaos Emeralds. Like, where they came from, origin. If that hasn't sold you on, like, the lore implications here, then I don't know what will. If you want to know about the origin of Chaos Emeralds, you want to play through.
Great! Jump! Hurry, Grace! Faster!
Fuck! Frontiers starts out quiet, vague. It starts out amnesia, what's going on, where am I, new environment. Is it a good origin? It's an interesting origin. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a good origin. It's an interesting origin. It's Flynn having, like... It's Flynn being brave enough to say to Sega, we're gonna come up with an origin story for this, this, and this now. We're gonna take this seriously. And Sega's like, yes, Flynn, okay. We're just gonna let you decide. We're just gonna let you decide. 30 years of Sonic games continuity. It's beautiful. It's beautifully done. It's beautifully done. And I like the new character. The new character of Sage, the sassy child that's trying to stop you from completing the game. Fun antagonist. Really appreciate what they were going for with the writing. She's good fun. Yeah. Give it a shot when you get the chance. I mean, the game has already gone down in price already. It's gone like 40% off on game already. You know, I bought it brand new when it came out on Steam, you know, full price. Because I am one of those Sonic fans that will buy Sonic games brand new on Steam. This section alone has been the result of 99% of my deaths playing this game. I mean, if I can't finish this level, that's fine. At a time of my convenience, I will fire up Cheat Engine, and I will hack myself infinite upgrade points. And I'll max out my stats, and then I'll come back to this level. But I would like to be able to say that I managed it.
Jump! Hurry, Grace! Faster!
Working on it. No! Come on! This is so bullshit. Developer difficulty. Developer difficulty is when people have been testing a game for so long while making it that they've got a master of all the game's mechanics. Give this game some credit, right? It doesn't stop you and ask you, do you want to enable easy mode? The Sakurai YouTube channel is great, right? You might think this is a bit of a tangent, but it's not, right? The Sakurai channel today, Sakurai uploaded a video about Kid Icarus Uprising, where he admitted that a HD version for Switch is in development.
by the way.
In that video, he explains the difficulty system for Kid Icarus. And he makes an offhand comment about how games that ask you if you want to switch to easy are extremely frustrating.
Alright, where's Pikachu?
Whoa, Blaze! Thank you. Hold on to your money.
Great. Jump!
So Sakurai had this visual of someone like holding a Switch console, and then it says, "Would you like to switch to easy mode?" And just like the person snaps the Switch in half and cracks the screen. I'm like, yep, that's how I feel. Yeah, it's a clip from Vinesource. I assume it's from a Super Mario Maker stream. Or it might be from like a ROM hack stream. I'm dropping the difficulty. Restart the stage from the beginning with the selected difficulty.
Are you insane?
It's alright. Maybe we'll experience like a solar flare, and it will mess with the electronics. I've had a fair share of those during streams with you.
Great.
546. Two, 4, 3. Looking for a nice round number. 548, 1748. Looking for a nice round number. 64. Maybe in the like at 1,000 or so. I know how we're gonna do this. Don't worry, guys, we've got this. It'll all make sense in a second. Two, 4, 3. Being Unreal Engine, this might be hard to pin down. I reckon it could be 32,758. Could be 243. They're not very round numbers. It's not that one. Nope, that value's changed. That value's... Hold on. He's not doing what I think he is he? Could it really be that value that's like... 10... 10 billion? No. It's not. I can't find it. Wherever they're storing the shield in memory, I can't find it. That's right, I was trying to hack the game to give myself infinite shield by looking into the memory to find where the shield information is stored. And I can't find it. That's it, you got me. That's what I was doing. I was trying to memory edit the game. Trying to edit the Addams Family values of the game to give me the only other thing I can think of is if it's a float as opposed to values. Bytes. see that the panels don't even come close to me until I'm closer to them. So by that logic, I can just stand here, recover my shields, get my thoughts back, before tackling that bit at the end that's fucking nasty.
Grape, jump!
Oh, come on! Right. I'm gonna try one more time to identify this, this float. Find me every float in memory. It was like alchemy. This kind of is like alchemy, yeah. Right. Decreased value. Fuck, I love my Ryzen. I can go through 11 million memory addresses in like 20 seconds. We're down to 2 million potential addresses. Gungrave Gore. I've actually got some results in the Gungrave Gore XE this time, which is promising. I figure the shield could be stored as a float. It could be doing, like, decimal operations on it. Unchanged compared to first scan. Does it start at 1 and then work its way down to 0? So it starts at a whole and then does decimal operations down from a whole to 0. That might be how that's doing this. In which case, I'm looking for a number when it's not a number. Because right now I've got 111 as potential value. No, it's definitely decreasing. Now, here's the thing, right? In a game like Dragon Ball Xenoverse, it actually gives you a readout on the scouter as to your power level, and that's actually the exact value you're looking for. In this game, I can't get a readout of the exact value, and it's fucking me off. So in theory, right now, it should be 0. Because there's no shield. There's 531 zero values right now. 511, 507, 499, 497. Looking for values that are 0 right now. 494, 91, 88. If I keep tapping next, eventually... ...237 possible addresses, 35, 33. If this doesn't work, you know, I'll bring the stream to a close. And I'll say this. The game got difficult very quickly and stopped being fun. ...186 possible addresses. We're at 186 possible addresses. Right. 185 possible addresses. So... ...91. ...75 possible addresses. 68. Right, there's 63 possible addresses that our shield could be stored in. Ideally, I can figure this fucking shit out. So I can get through this stage without having to lower the difficulty. Right. And now I say, compared to first scan, the value has not changed. Found you. Found you, faker! Faker? You're the fake hedgehog around here. What? No, it's not that. I thought I'd done it. I thought I'd found it. I thought I'd found it. I'm done. I'm not going to figure out this memory address. And even by playing this section properly, I'm not going to get through it. If I lower the difficulty, I have to restart the stage from the beginning. I'm just thinking about what is best for my brain. And what's best for my brain is no more suffering. So, I'm going to bring this stream to a close. I am not going to return to Gungrave Gore on live stream, but I might drop the difficulty to easy and play through it at some point in my own time. I am more likely to return to Paw Patrol Kart before I return to this, but no, I can't bring myself to play anymore. Thank you very much for coming, everyone. Thank you very much, Iced, for the super chat. Much appreciated. But do keep your money. Hold on to your money. Let's go have a turbo wank. No. But I will play some Pokemon before I drift off to sleep. Laters. Oh yeah, this game doesn't add value to the Game Pass because fuck this level.